Hey everybody, before we get into today's episode of the Dummy Time Podcast, I want to take a moment to talk about our new sponsor, W Energy. If you're tired of the usual energy drinks packed with fillers and artificial ingredients, W Energy is here to change the game. They've created a clean energy formula that is free from maltodextrin, artificial coloring, and unnecessary additives. What sets W apart is their focus on cognitive performance. Their unique blend includes vitamins and nootropics, with the star ingredient being Neurofactor. This patented extract from high-quality coffee cherries has been clinically shown to boost brain performance so you can stay sharp and energized throughout your day. And here's the best part. You can enjoy all of this without breaking the bank. If you're ready for that big energy boost, head over to their website and use code SCIENCE at checkout to get 10% off your order. That's SCIENCE and get 10% off of every order. And it lets them know that we sent you. A big thank you to W Energy for giving us the extra kick we need and for sponsoring today's show. Now, let's get into the episode. Thanks, Craig.
Thanks, Craig.
Hi, Craig.
Dickel, the only thing you entertain is the thought of what you're going to shove in your throat next.
Anyway. Oh, look, Steve, did you get a haircut?
No.
Oh.
He got a ball cut.
Oh, look at you. Look at you looking slick.
Hey, Habibi, looking good.
Habibi!
Christina's in the background.
You got a good cell phone you can sell me? Oh, look, and there's an Aiden.
Oh, Christian head.
I like the shirt. Arctic Monkeys. I fucking love Arctic Monkeys. They're such a good band.
Let me get some walk talk.
Right,
He turned 17 today.
oh, did he? Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Welcome to adulthood.
He's not an adult
Oh,
yet.
yeah,
17.
hold on. Hold on.
He's like, nah, I ain't gonna pay bills. I'm paying bills and shit. You go fuck yourself. I ain't getting.
Hey, he could join the military with his daddy's permission.
He turns 18. I'm gonna start charging that as rent.
Look at, Joe. I'd like you to look at Aiden and tell me you think that boy's gonna be joining the military anytime soon.
I don't know. Might not be his choice anytime soon.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. What is this? All right, so
11.
get ready to
We're on
start this
11.
bitch. What?
Episode 11.
No, this is episode 12. I'm pretty sure. Let me see.
No, it's 11.
Well, let me double check. Let me see. I got the.
It's 11. You dyslexic shit.
You're right. It is 11. The folder for 11 is empty, so it's not 12. God damn it. All right, so it's episode 11.
It's episode 11.
Listen, I don't keep track very well. I make a folder every time we start a new episode, so that way I can try to keep track of the numbers. And then
Hey, look,
I got ahead of ourselves.
We can at least say we have more episodes than there are Fast and Furious movies.
Do we?
Now.
Do
We
we?
do.
For now? For now.
We
Listen,
have
they already
one
went
more than a Fast and the Furious franchise.
Listen. Fast and Furious, they already did Fast and Furious Goes to Space. Next thing you know, they're gonna do a crossover with Doom. It's gonna be the Fast and Furious Go to Hell, and they're gonna
They did
race
Fast
Satan.
and Furious Goes to Space?
Yeah, the last movie they shot their fucking asses in space.
They
I didn't
shot
see that
fucking.
shit.
They shot
sounds so
Luda
stupid.
and Luda and Tyrese got shot into space.
Yeah.
No. That wasn't 10. That was 9.
Was it that? Oh, was it 9? Oh, I'm sorry. So in 9, the one before the last
9.
one.
They went. I haven't seen 10 yet, but 9. I think it was Fast. Yeah, it was Fast 9. Luda and Tyrese went to space.
Either way, yeah, they shot him into fucking space.
Mm-hmm.
They said they already jumped the fucking cars between the two buildings in Dubai, and they already did the most ridiculous goddamn fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. So shoot him into fucking space. That's what they did. So seriously, they're just gonna next one's just gonna go to hell. They're gonna race Satan.
In a Ford Fiero at that.
They're gonna
Or a
race Satan. Satan's gonna be
In a Pontiac Fiero. I'm sorry.
Nah. See, they're gonna go to hell. They're gonna race Satan. Satan's gonna be driving a gold Pinto.
Fuck you.
It's a solid gold Pinto.
Satan's gonna be in a fucking big block Vega with
like
nitrous.
a Daewoo or something.
Just a solid gold weighs a ton. Yeah,
Devil just went, you just got
playing
beat
for
by a
Dom's soul.
Beau Ramos, motherfucker.
But no, it's just been it's one of those things I try to keep track of the episodes by like making the folders when we start each episode. And then I got ahead of myself, and now I'm 2 episodes ahead or an episode ahead of ourselves apparently. So I have 12 folders and only 10 episodes until now, at least when this one saves. But also, it's been very busy, and it's been like I've been fucking swamped with shit, just getting out there and doing shit, getting ready because we're getting ready to do some shit here. Me and John got shit going on. So and I actually wanted so me and John have been working on some stuff in the background. We had to get some approvals and shit like that. Um, and we had to reach out to this dude to basically get some like background check stuff done and approvals and this kind of shit. And we're emailing back and forth with this guy, right? So yesterday I get an email back from this guy saying, "Hey, I need to ask you a question." I'm like, "Well, what's that?" "I need to ask you, are you and John married or are you?" And I go, um, and so I texted John. I was like, "John, go check your email because I'm not sure how to respond to this." And John goes, "Oh my God, I just read it." I was like, "Listen, I don't want to hear a fucking word until Wednesday. I don't want to hear a goddamn word until the podcast. Don't say a fucking thing to nobody."
That was worth the wait. I love it.
I need to wonder if you guys are married or just kind of do you just live together? And I go, "Well, me and John are friends and business partners. Um, he's known my Now, mind you, he asked for me
He
to
took
write
that
a
as
letter to
good.
these people that were trying to talk to right now. He wanted us to write a letter. And last night I sat down and tried to write this letter, trying to explain, how me and John know each other, backgrounds, things like that, little details and stuff like that. Do you want to know how hard it is to write a letter trying to explain your relationship with another person and not sound like you're trying to cover up or trying to
That you're married.
yeah, like no matter and like I was writing it and I was writing it in like Google Word.
Sorry, I'm
Yeah,
recording.
you're good.
Like, this
So
man's sitting there
but
typing. He's like,
so I
these
was
guys
typing
are
this in Google
totally in
Word
the
and I had
closet.
John and Hayes attached to the same sheet, so they could see it. I had everything all typed up, and I was chatting with him at the same time. I was like, "Dude, I'm having such a hard time writing this because no matter how I write this letter, it just keeps sounding like I'm trying to be like we're married, but we're not telling it. Like no matter how I put it, it sounds."
Like
And then
y'all are in the closet on the
Like, yeah,
situation.
like we're just
And then
ashamed
Hayes
of
goes,
it.
and I was like, how hard this is that they
Like,
just no matter what they're going to
married
think
understand.
that me and John are in some kind of relationship outside of just being friends and business partners. And Hayes goes, you know, and and Hayes goes, they're going to see you two and just immediately think that you're the bottom. I'm like, they're going to have to. John's all leg. I'm 5'6".
I mean, you do look like a power bottom anyway, so I mean,
But just for Christ's
Oh
sake, and
my god.
it's been one thing after another. I had John go look at this place and because we're looking for what we're doing is we're trying to find a place to rent. And so I had John I was like, "Hey, go look at these places because like I'm not in town. So like you're there, go look." And so the guy showed a place that was already rented. He was like, yeah, he just walked John through this people's houses, letting us see the closets, letting us see they're there, like home.
I'm so
Pretty sure that's not
awkward.
allowed.
Confused as shit. Like they're
So
like he's like walking them
confused.
through, showing John through the closets and all the space and the garage and the da 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 da. This that and the other, this and the other. And then John calls up because we're like, well, we can't put an application because we're not finding the property on this on the website they're telling us to go to. John calls up and the lady's like, I don't know why he showed you that place has already been rented.
no shit.
I'm motherfucking sorry. What? So we just walk.
So you just traipse through somebody else's shit
For real.
just
for
had
a place that you're not gonna get.
Yeah, like
yeah, some
we were
old
just
dude
traipsing.
named
I don't know
Trevor
if they thought
just
I was like a
decided to
city
walk the Jolly
inspector
Green
or
Giant through
what.
someone's fucking
Like,
house. while they were home and showed them through their shit. And John's got us on video chat looking through their shit.
You know, like, you know what I should have said? You know what I should have said to the homeowner? I should
So
have
what's
been
your
like,
guys' work
"Yeah, don't
schedule?
worry, I'm
Are you guys
casing
out
the
of the house
place,
as a couple a lot?
I might
Oh, so there's
not,
no
I
one
might."
home often. All right.
Even better.
Do you guys have any dogs, any pets, anything like that? Oh no, okay. Any kids? No, no babysitters. Oh, gotcha. Okay. Oh, you guys work long
man.
hours. Oh, wow, that's really interesting.
That's great.
Right
great.
before you walk out the door, look around, be like, 3 hours tops.
Oh, so you
And
work
then
from
just
6
walk
a.
out.
Oh, so you work from 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. and he works from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. That's convenient. like, like, and they were just and
Good
like at
deal,
some
good to
points we'd
know.
catch them on the
That's
we'd
just
kind of
well,
catch like a glimpse and you just see people like I don't know what they're here for. I don't know why they're. And I'm like, this is so awkward. And come to find out, that's why it's awkward because it was already rented. The guy just didn't fucking know apparently. And he's like,
Jeez.
yeah, just file out your application for. Thankfully, the other place we found is the same price, same kind of layout. It's 1 bedroom shorter, which was we're kind of kind of a little disappointed by, but we're gonna figure that part out. But like, yeah, it's been that kind of shit all week. And then right before we started, I had to run to the fucking shop because one of our cats decided to fucking parkour off of one of our fucking glass pieces. That was great. That was great. Scared the shit out of me because I was walking in the kitchen. I had my back turned, and all I heard was a fucking like an explosion. Scared that when I tell you that thing exploded, like it exploded all over. Fucking
I
spit
mean,
shit all over the floor. Spit shit, fucking everywhere, dude. So I had to run to the shop, go replace that real quick because everything else is packed. Our house is down to bare minimum right now.
it'd be like that sometimes.
Oh, and guess what else? Someone Disney princessed another cat. Mind you, they didn't actively do it. The cat was sitting outside my front door, just hanging out.
Leave it
I had
out there.
Oh, we just fed it and left it out there. Yeah, I was like, no, no, no. We called some friends of ours. We're like, do you want a cat? And they're like, yeah, we'll call around. Good, cool. It's around. It's here somewhere. we made
Uh,
sh-
Y'all
we
are
made
gonna
sure it
drive.
was fed.
Y'all are gonna have to drive a car just for the fucking animals.
Jesus.
I felt bad because like it is starting to get a little cooler out, but I also know that the cats that are here that live around the town have a couple places they go to that are warm, like underneath buildings and that kind of shit. So I was like, listen, I know where these cats are sleeping. I know that it's warm. I know they know where to go. We can feed it, but it can't come inside. It just can't come inside. No, nope. It didn't once come out to
She
actually ask to
she
bring the
asked,
cat
didn't
inside.
she?
Actually, it was a very much a mutual understanding of no, they're like, oh yeah, no, absolutely not. We have too many animals.
How are the weens?
Wieners are good. They're sleeping right now. They're behind me. They're sleeping. They went and we were doing some cleanup around here. We had a dumpster, rented a dumpster for some old country dude. That was pretty funny. The guy called me yesterday. He was supposed to pick it up Monday. The guy for the dumpster. He was supposed to come pick it up Monday, and he called me at like 3:30. He goes, "Hey man, I was just kind of calling because I just got off work, and man, I'm tired. Can I just leave that thing there today and I'll come pick it up tomorrow?" And I was like, "You mean you're gonna leave it here for another day for free?" And he goes, "Yeah, man, I'm just not feeling like it. Now it's a hat. Um, I'm just not feeling it right now." I'm like, "Oh man, that's totally fine. If you need to leave it here, if you're tired, that's okay. Go leave it here and pick it up tomorrow. That's fine. It's not costing me nothing. It's not in the way. It's totally fine." But it's another 24 hours with this dumpster. It means I can get more work done and take more time to do it. Like, yes. He's like, "All right, cool. I love working with rednecks. Working with rednecks is one of my favorite goddamn thing in the world. It's one of the things I miss most about back home. Like not back home like like in North Carolina, back home like upstate New York. The fucking Hicks and rednecks up there all operated in that same kind of aspect. Like if they had something they were picking up like a dumpster or whatever, like a dump, like let's say you rented a dump truck or some shit from somebody, or you rented a tool or some shit, and they were supposed to come pick it up, or like if you're supposed to drop it off, but like you have to work and yeah, just do it tomorrow, man. Whatever, it don't cost you anything extra. Fuck yeah,
You gotta love them good
like
old boys.
just the old rednecks are some of the best fucking guys to work with because of that kind of shit. I mean, you always get the one old crusty dude that's just an asshole, but like more times than nothing, you're gonna get like that guy who's just man, whatever, just don't give a shit, and I love it. It's my favorite. But yeah, no fucking cats, no extra cats. Jesus Christ, I was so scared. I saw this cute fucking little black cat. I named him Asphalt because he's an all black cat, and he was sitting in front of my door in my parking lot.
Should have
So
named it Small.
I just named him Asphalt because he's all black. But yeah, but that's been our week's been very busy. How about you guys? What you guys been up to? I don't. I've been busy and I haven't been able to talk to you guys
I've
much.
been just cleaning out the house and shit, and
It's that time of year.
Nursing a new potential romantic interest.
Yes, John went on a date. Oh yeah.
Ooh.
So we interrupted John's date too. That's another great thing me and John had going on. I interrupted John's date. This man, tell me why this man on a date answers his phone and goes, "What?" And no, not just answers the phone. I understand answering the phone. Like you can excuse yourself, be like, "Hey, I'm sorry, I got a phone call. I have to take this." Like there's excuses to answer the phone. No, he answers his phone and goes, "What do you want, whore?" And I went, that was.
She loves that about me.
Oh, I'm sure she does. The fucking witchy goth girl that you work with. I'm sure that she does. I'm sure she loves when you call her all sorts of names. Whore, kitten.
No, we have not gotten
Pudding.
there.
But anyway, pudding. Anyway, so when I called John, I go, "Hey, we're over here at Sam's Club and we're getting stuff for the new place. I was wondering, you use dude wipes I've seen in your bathroom. Well, they're there." And I hear started like, I'm like, "Well, no, I'm just asking. You use dude wipes. They got whole boxes here for $20. Do you want the ones with mint and Cam takes the phone. I don't know if John's got us on speakerphone or I don't know what he's doing at this point. Cam takes the phone and goes, "Hey, do you want minty balls or non-minty balls?"
Do you really think he was gonna fall victim to his own game? This son
I
bitch,
was so
this son bitch has made
scared.
an art of fucking with us while we're in the car in a drive-through. Mind you, hold on. Mind you, there was a Chick-fil-A I couldn't go to for 3 months because they knew who I was because I frequented the place enough. Because this motherfucker,
What's worse?
I had him on Bluetooth in the car, did not think about it, went to order my food, forgot to turn the radio down, and this motherfucker popped some stupid shit out his mouth. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. My friends are morons and have zero respect.
What I say? What I say? Oh yeah, no, I did like the most like style like bubbla, Jewish mom accent. And it was just like, honey, you're never gonna find a nice girl and they'll tell you take care of that rash on your penis.
I couldn't go back to that damn Chick-fil-A for 3 fucking months, dude.
I would like to correct Steve's statement by clarifying. He made an art out of fucking with you in the drive-through.
I've gotten you before.
Yeah. He's
You got
gotten
me
us
once.
all at some point.
I mean, once. There was twice. But I don't think they noticed. Oh yeah, the second time
I
they
think the
didn't
only one he
notice.
hasn't got is Joe.
Well, it's because Joe never calls us when he's going through a drive-through.
Joe's smart.
In all fairness, Joe usually just texts me if he needs something. Text me real quick because he knows I'm more likely to text him back than I am to answer a phone call.
I've just got to the point where I've said screw it. I don't turn it down anymore, or I'll have y'all on VC when I'm walking through the grocery store.
Dickel answers my phone calls by default because he doesn't in the back of his mind, he's like, okay, is this a social call or is this a jail call?
I will
That's
typically.
that's about the only
Oh,
reason I really answer them all the time, every time, is because there's one of two things: this man needs help hiding a body, or he's got something stupid to say. So it could be 50-50.
no, it's just I'll usually answer the phone. Like if one of y'all called me, I'd usually answer the phone. It's just I'm more likely to answer a text faster.
My
I can usually get
thing
the
is,
information out faster.
John is going to be my like one phone call if there's somebody with a gun to my head saying, "Hey, you have to call somebody," and if they answer, you die. I call John. That some bitch don't answer the phone for me at all, ever.
First of all, in my defense, I don't answer the phone for anybody, not even my own mother half the time.
But it's gonna be that one time.
You
Like,
know,
thank
you know what
God.
the worst thing about that is? If that was my situation, I would call my mom. She don't ever answer my goddamn phone calls.
Mm, I feel that. No, you know what?
Honestly, in my defense, my mother tends to call me at times where I'm not able to answer my phone.
No, my mom is the one who confuses what's a text message and what's a phone call. That woman has never gotten that answer right.
I got you all beat. My parents don't call me at all because they know I won't answer the phone.
Did your parents try to call you?
I'll get a text message and they're like, "We don't expect you to answer it for at least 3 days. If you answer it back in a prompt time, we know that either it was convenience or there's something wrong."
Getting back on track, because I actually have something to add on that as far as explaining something that is something which a person thinks is another.
Spit it out.
But I
What?
will just say that it was a very nice day.
Oh,
Speaking of, subjects that people are under the impression of is one thing, but it's really another.
gotcha.
We'll get to that in a second, but I will close with this. It was a nice day. She's a really nice girl. She's a dancer. She does ballet, cabaret, and burlesque.
Yes, and you said that she got you because you came in and you told me. I'm not sure, Joe. Were you in when he told us about what he learned from the girl? I couldn't remember because it was so much shit happened.
Yeah. So apparently, cabaret, burlesque, and like the can are like they're considered like sex work.
Mhm.
That's crazy to me, man. Like burlesque and cabaret, they've been around for so long. It's like a classical dance almost at this point.
I
You
mean, and
know,
prostitution's been around since
Uh,
before Jesus.
but I mean, it's work. I mean, you got Joe who told me that the maid cafe and is technically sex work. That's nuts.
Is
Yeah.
it
Mm-hmm.
actually?
Yeah.
And that's why I wanted because I don't know shit about it. If I was to ask anybody, it would be Joe about that kind of thing. Because usually Joe's my go-to when it comes to any kind of information. When it comes to like the not shady, but the more red side of the of businesses. Because you're a teacher for for like a bunch of other shit too. So like you're my
Mm-hmm.
go-to guy for like knowledge about this shit. Um, so what can you shed on this thing? Because I have nothing. I have no idea. Because
So
John
would it?
John told me, and I was like,
Yeah.
tell
So
me
I
I'm
mean,
wrong.
it makes a lot of sense because it depends on what every society classifies as sex. Like because if you go to like France, like it's not considered sex work. It's just considered, like artistry work. But over here, especially in certain areas, yeah, that's absolutely sex work because you are removing clothes and dancing like doing risque dance for money.
So just because so so in the U.S. they don't define sex work as like Like, I mean, I understand like prostitution, but also like stripping per se. Like, let's say you're taking your tops off or something. Because in like I think it's in North Carolina, they're not. You can't strip everything off. It's you can get down to like your underwear, and then you can take your top off, and that's about it. These strip joints and stuff. Like, I get where that can be classified as sex work, but like, I didn't think because like, yeah, they're wearing lingerie, but they're not like completely undressed or anything. They're not.
Well, I mean, it also so here's a fun little law. Most states, the difference between what you can take off is whether or not you serve alcohol.
Really?
Yep. So like you can fully be naked as long as alcohol is served in most states. However, if there is alcohol present, there you absolutely must cover the nipples and you cannot expose the genitalia.
Huh, and then there's South Carolina that just says, "Nah, go ahead. You serve booze, just let them go out there stark naked."
Yeah, it's like Canada's like that. Like all of Canada is like that.
If you find a really spicy club, you can find a stripper that'll give you a Colombian snowblower.
But you know what the it's actually, believe it or not, it's not the legal issues that are why most of them don't operate like that. It's the insurance issues.
Insurance?
From the Dark Star. Hot Rod.
I'm laughing, dude. I'm laughing because the look on Anthony's face just then was priceless.
Yeah, I'm just glancing over the Colombian snowblower.
Yeah, I don't know what a Colombian snowblower is. That's why I was like, "What the
It
fuck?"
is definitely not
Well,
legal.
when you an illicit substance on a female's Dark Star, and then she blasts it in your face
Her
with a fart.
dark star?
Yeah, her brown starfish.
Jesus
Oh,
fucking Christ.
anything's gonna get us canceled. This is gonna be it.
I'm all of a sudden having flashbacks
Hey,
to
I
Limp
didn't
Biscuits, chocolate
know.
starfish, and the hot dog flavored water.
I mean, right?
Oh.
Yeah, Joe, there you go. That's a good imagination you can have is going to street. Go.
It was just like I'm just glancing over the Colombian snowblower.
That's now. Did you say that's not legal or that's not anal? Because I heard wasn't sure what I heard. Like
Close.
It's not.
I heard. I'm just looking over the Colombian snowblower, and then I couldn't tell if he said, "Well, that's not legal" or "That's not anal."
I think
Legal.
he said that's not legal.
Oh, I was very confused. I was like, "Well, now I'm even more confused."
See,
This episode of the Dummy Time Podcast is brought to you in part by Southeast Carolina Crossroads. Addiction is a struggle many Americans suffer with. Being a slave to your vices is never a life one wants to lead, and in today's day and age, finding help with addiction, especially for men, can be just as daunting as the addiction itself. Southeast Carolina Crossroads wants to help you break free from the chains of addiction and give you the tools to help not only get out of the damaging cycle, but also provide skills and lessons to help maintain your sobriety. Their 13-week or 90-day residential program is designed to help men get the support they may desperately need to break free from their addiction and go on to live fulfilling lives without the shadows of drugs or alcohol. I have a great friend that suffered with alcoholism. It was ruining his life, his body, and destroying the person that I knew. And although I am not personally a religious person, I was able to see that the good Crossroads had done for him, and I couldn't recommend them more. So if you or a loved one are struggling to kick their addiction, give Crossroads a call at 910-549 8487 or apply online at secarolinacrossroads.com. Once again, that is 910-549-8487, or you can also apply online at secarolinacrossroads.com. Thank you, Southeast Carolina Crossroads, for helping my friend and sponsoring today's podcast.
I'm happy
That's how
for
you get
John
pink
on
eye.
a completely
Yeah.
facts. I'm happy for John on a
You won't.
completely
You
different
won't
level.
feel it.
I'm happy that he's gone on a date. Thank God. I really thought he was about 2 seconds away from becoming a fucking monk. No, I'm happy for this whole situation because this has been a thing in the making. For some context, me and this man have had a couple conversations. He called me one day. I've only ever heard him 3 other times call me with the tone of voice that he called me in. And he called me, and the first thing this fool said across the phone was, "I'm in trouble." And I'm like,
Oh, yeah, he said the same thing to me.
okay, what happened and what kind of help do you need? He goes, not like that. He goes, there's 3 girls at my job that want it. And he's like, and I can't do anything because I am a manager. I was like, fucking find another store. He's like, it does.
We lost Steve, or at least I did.
You lost Steve.
Okay.
Yep, I lost him.
So what's really funny is while Steve's recovering, the train of thought me and Steve have is very different because John calls me, goes, I'm
He's
in
like,
trouble. I go, what's her name?
no, I started out with what's his name, but I mean, neither here nor there.
No, you didn't.
Raced.
But he goes, he explained like she's really sweet, this, that, and the third, and I'm like, okay, that's cool. I'm
I mean,
I'm
that's great.
happy for that. He goes,
Yeah.
that's not even the interesting part. I'm like, what do you mean? She's got a penis, don't she? And he goes, she's a witchy type of person. I was like, fucking bet. Send it. The other
John
two
went and
longer
found
not
himself a
anymore.
big yitty goth girl.
I'm like, dude,
Mm-mm.
the other
Having
two
married
are no
one, I
longer
can
No,
tell
she's
you
just a witchy stick with a
it's
nice
good.
booty.
John went and found himself a big yitty goth girl. This is probably the most dude bro you'll ever hear this podcast ever get because we're proud of our boy John.
Like, I told this man, I said, fucking send it. The other two are no longer an option. Send it. I was like, dude, she's gonna drop that thing on you one good time and you're gonna be fucked. Literally.
Nah.
He's just really nice.
You have no-
man. He's just nice. I know. It's weird. It ain't like that. You know, in the past, it just I've had so many like meaningless hookups. It's just kind of lost its luster. So I don't know. Something a little bit more meaningful sounds good.
Listen,
Anywho,
I've been in full support of you finding something like that your whole entire time I've ever met you. Every once in a while, though, it is good. Good for the soul.
It's gonna be this is gonna be the one time John gets tied up into a fucking pretzel and we get this call when you can audibly hear him crying, going, I need help.
Was it
yeah, no,
was it the second
she
Sherlock
tied me up and now she's eating my fruit snacks.
was it the second Sherlock Holmes movie where he gets tied up and left there on the bed butt naked?
First one.
The first one? Yeah.
Madam, the
That'll
key
be-
to my release is under this pillow.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's the call we're gonna get. That'll be the call we're gonna get. But I'm happy. I'm happy to hear it. I was very happy. I was sorry for interrupting your date. I do feel really bad that I interrupted because I had no idea. You know, no one told me that they were going on a date. I was just, calling to make sure that you didn't need any more
I didn't
wipes
get a
for your
phone call
butthole.
either, so don't feel bad.
Hey,
I can't take you seriously when
that's
you're looking at me like that and you're looking like Mario's brother going through chemo. I just can't.
Damn.
Oh, you're looking good. It's a good cut. Christina did a good
You got
job.
it to me, G.
Christina did a good job. You look good, buddy.
You got it to me, G.
But but yeah, no, I'm happy for you, buddy. I'm glad you found. I'm glad glad it was a good date. I'm glad it went well. Because
Yeah, man.
especially with
I'm
our
not
emotion.
like, I mean, dude, who knows? Like we might just turn out to be really good friends or we could go somewhere. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
She's already invited you to one of her upcoming shows. I think it's more than just a friends thing at this point. It's not going to be, we're good friends.
Let her ring
It's
your
no,
bell
no,
in
it's-
once.
It's let's get to that point. Dude, I take these things a little bit more carefully. I don't approach the opposite sex as cavalier as I used to.
Oh,
And it's not. It's just a self-respect thing.
I think it's something, especially like as you
Well,
get
so
as
it
you get
comes with
listen,
older.
bro.
maturity.
If I wanted
Yeah.
to just beat cheeks like that, it would be so easy.
I just wanted to beat cheeks. Jesus Christ. But no, I think it's one of those things as you cross 30.
Like, yeah, I
it
mean,
just-
there's Tinder, there's all sorts of Absolutely. If that was if I just wanted to beat some cheeks, like
Stick it
get
in her
on one of
Foreman
them.
grill.
Yes. But I don't know, man. This one seems different.
Oh,
She's
God.
cool. We have like the same type of humor. Her and Cam would get along great.
That's good. That's good.
They're very similar, only one's taller.
Well, yeah, that's not hard. I figured. I figured as much as you I figured as much as you probably relish the idea of a sit and spin, you also don't want a gremlin. I'm at least gremlin height.
I want to be breaking people in half, man.
Oh, trust me, this girl's gonna be breaking you, and it's gonna be great. I can't wait to watch the evolution of what's about to happen.
Oh,
I'm
baby,
gonna relish
ruin my
this.
life.
Episode
Nah.
11. I'm gonna bookmark this. Episode 11. John, it's the title. Episode 11. Jon Finds Love. That's gonna be the title. Make sure to bookmark it. 'Cause I want to make sure we can come
See,
back and reference this moment in the episodes later when you're like, "Oh my God, guys, I cannot wait to tell you what happened when we went out the other day. I haven't walked right in 3 fucking days. I haven't shit
What?
correctly in a week." I can't wait for that moment.
I don't know whether to feel concerned for your microphone the way that you just grab that thing or not.
Oh, dude, I love this mic arm. This mic arm's sturdy as shit.
Is that the
You used to-
Elgato?
No,
like
it's
that
just
dude from All Time Low.
no, it's just a mic arm I got for like $50 off Amazon. But
not bad.
it's got nice tensioners and shit on it. But back when I was the streaming days, I'd grab a hold of this thing and just fucking all the fucking time. This is the worst part. It just gets loose here and just tightened up. There you go. Fixed. Boom. Great mic. I probably just fucked it up. That'd be my luck.
As
but
you go to show it off.
yeah. But yeah, no, the mic arm's great. Solid. $50 Amazon. If I can find it again, I'll send it to you. I love this thing. But yeah, I'm gonna come back and reference this, and then I'll cut. I will actually come back and cut this chunk out when that episode happens, and you come and tell us about the wonder thing, the wonder moment. I'll come back and reference
He's
this.
gonna send us some stuff to make an advertisement with. So
Send us some stuff to make an advertisement with.
yeah, we talked about this.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, we did. All right. Bet I'm about it.
John's always been the one to fuck somebody's world up. We're gonna get our boy back all bent and fucked up. He's gonna be like, I need some help.
Listen, I am all about it.
Nah, Lucifer's princess over there is gonna be so good. He's gonna question the teaching of Jesus Christ.
It's just gonna be the best kind of, because it's just gonna be great, because it's always fun, especially for us guys who, Joe's married, Steve's married, I might as well be married. It's gonna be so much fun just to watch our boy, the youngest, our baby boy, our brother. We're gonna watch our brother become a man. he's
I'm
in
not
his
young.
30s. He's now in his 30s. And
He's growing up so fast.
And it's gonna be
I am
great.
not the youngest one here. First of all,
Nah, I believe I am.
I'm the oldest one in here, so I don't give a shit. I'm the oldest one in our friends group, period. So I can give a fuck.
calm down, Farmer John. Be quiet, or I'll break your hip.
Jokes on
I
you.
don't
I'm into
think-
that shit.
I think Joe, because I'm 35. You're the same age as me, aren't you?
33.
33. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So far I'm the oldest.
No, you're not. I've got you by like a month.
You got me by a month. Yeah, I was gonna say one of you is older than me by like a month or two.
Yeah.
Yeah, I turned 34 in April.
Oh, I didn't know Joe was younger than John.
Yeah. He just
That's a
said that
new.
Joe just said he was the youngest in here.
Yeah,
I love
no,
that.
like y'all ruined the curve for me in my server because I was other than Astrid, I was the oldest one there.
Oh, we love our Astrid. He's my only buddy that I could talk Kamen Rider with.
Yeah, I think I've got you by like a month and a half.
Yeah, I think he got based like a month and a half, 2 months, something like that. But well, either way, okay, our second youngest, our middle child.
Wait, were y'all talking about Chub Scrub?
Who?
What?
Like the Chubber Scrubber?
The
What?
Chubber Scrubber? Yes. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. I had to think for a minute. Oh God. Oh God. I'll make sure to beep this out, but we're like 100% solid that just pops into VCs and wall because it's only ever when is in VC by herself or with like someone else that he'll pop in and he's just silent. He doesn't say a fucking word. And then 5 minutes later he pops out. We're pretty sure he just pops in and then leaves.
He pulls
like-
the old seat and retreat.
And I'll beep out enough to make sure that that's appropriate enough that it's not revealing too much, but like, because that's pretty, I mean, whatever. But yeah, it's just something that happens in another server that we're all part of. And yeah, but the only reason we haven't done anything to kick them is because it's only them. And it's not hurting. No, they're not, we can't prove nothing. It's not hurt. He's just quiet. So like, you know, ba-da-ba-ba. What can we do about it? Here's what it is.
Get any more of these assholes, Cam should just start charging. Like, all right, join the Discord
Send
page.
it
All paid.
every time he shows up, just send him an invoice for $30.
Yeah, really.
Well,
No, just
didn't
like
she
all
do
of
that
the,
once?
all the little deviants, man. Be like,
I
all
don't
right,
know.
guys, I've got 30 minutes. Come in. It's $30 per entry.
Jesus
Just one giant Discord call. Dudes beating up.
Christ. I mean, they have things like that. OnlyFans has a live feature now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You have
I'm
a
sure they do.
section of the channel called the.
Jesus. I have to beep that. Christ. But yeah.
It's
No,
pronounced
so
semen receptacle.
semen receptacle.
This is gonna be the second video that you've had to beat the most shit out of. The first one, I think.
Semen. I like semen sip.
Nah, the most censored thing I've ever had to do is still the thing I had to do with your friend Omar, who decided to jump in. Joe, I think Joe, you were actually
I know.
you were in stream with us when this, because this happened all live, where
Yeah.
Omar came in and decided
I wasn't
to,
there, but I've seen the video.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, Omar decided to
You
come and
had to
bless
be
us
there
with.
you had to be there for the full thing. Like it started, it was probably a good 20-minute rant, and I'm like, oh my god.
I cut at least 10 minutes of Omar just complaining about Will Smith. I mean, legitimately just. It was like a solid 5 minutes of.
I forgot how juicy that.
So it was a solid 5 minutes of Omar complaining about how Will Smith, basically just complaining about everything that Will Smith's ever done, and then and then another solid 5 minutes of him just telling us all the ways he hates Will Smith.
And then a solid 10 minutes, like 5 minutes of the video.
It was great.
Beep, beep,
Well-
beep, beep. It sounded like Morse code was being sent.
Well, the problem was is Omar's very affluent in his language, and so there was a lot of words that he added in there that I just, unfortunately, we couldn't put out.
Right.
Mainly
Duty-
because we couldn't.
Duty,
because we
you
couldn't prove who was saying it. I couldn't have him on camera. If I had him on camera saying it, it'd be fine. I could have had him on camera saying it, and I could have left it all in. And have him on camera. So, for all anyone knows, it could have been John doing an impression of somebody.
I'm good, but I'm not that good. Not good enough to pull that off.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Over the phone, I could.
Yeah, see? But yeah, it
But
was.
for the record, Omar's a really good dude, and
We know.
I've known that man.
The homie has no stream etiquette.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't even know.
Once he
That's the whole thing. Is he
realized-
didn't even know.
Once he realized that, like, he stopped long enough to hear the fact that, hey, we're live right now, he was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
He
we told him.
apologized
We
for
said
like 10 minutes.
we said it like 3 times, but he was just so adamant in what he was talking about. He just never caught on, and then he was like, and I go, and then finally he takes a breath. He like stops and goes, and like you can almost hear him take his breath, and you just hear me kind of quietly go, well, I know that I can't leave this stream up, but hey, at least we're having fun. And he goes, wait, are we streaming right now? I was like, yeah, I've been live on Twitch for like an hour. And he goes, oh shit, dude, I'm sorry. I go, yeah, no,
you're like,
it's
well,
okay.
You're like, well, I gotta take this VOD down. It can't go up. And he's like, oh shit.
Yeah. I was like, it's fine. It'll be good for you too.
Yeah.
I think I actually ended up
Oh.
sending him the link to that video, and he messaged me back. He's like, dude, I'm so sorry about that. He's like, but that is amazing.
I mean, it worked
dude,
out.
that's hilarious.
It worked out. I personally love it. It's one of my favorite videos that's ever come out. Was just that one, just because that moment was just like, because it was a very pure moment.
Because I think that was the first time y'all had ever met Omar, and like, yeah,
I didn't know who the fuck it was. He was a friend of Steve's, and then he tried to tell us how Steve has his pass because Omar gave it to him, and we tried to explain how that's not how that works. And man, that's still not how that works.
joke's on you. That's exactly how that works.
I love
how it works
the
at all.
elementary school kid who was just selling it to
for
his
whatever
classmates.
sick reason you
Wait,
Like what?
reason you want to work. So, valid. You have bias. That in the legal world is what we like to call a conflict of interest.
so Joe, I want to come back to what you just said to me.
Yeah, I heard that shit too.
Oh, you never heard that story?
I want to come back to that. But John turned into a robot. And I want to make sure I hear what he said too.
Oh, in the realm of legal jargon, that would be what we would call a conflict of interest.
What Omar given Steve the pass?
No, Steve arguing that he should have the past or that it exists.
Yeah, you can't argue.
You've got it's based on bias.
Yeah, you can't really argue that, Steve. I'd still argue with Omar that that's not how that works. But anyway, tell me what happened. Now, wait a minute. Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. What the hell? You said a kid was selling them?
Oh yeah, he like legit made like laminated passes, like, and was selling it to his classmates, his white classmates, and they had to suspend him. And it wasn't because of what you think it was. It was because that you're not allowed as a kid to just sell shit in school.
So it wasn't that he was selling the pass. It was that you just can't sell shit to other kids in school like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
so
just like, way to be inventive, but also you can't be selling in school.
here's something funny with that being said. I think I've told John about this, but my son was taking. See, for some context, whenever I was in high school, we had a kid that literally would go to Sam's Club or BJ's, whatever, Costco.
Oh, we all
And
had
Right.
one like that. Yeah.
he would buy candy in bulk. And this fool came to school with 2 book bags. One was his school book bag, and the other one was his business book bag. This fool had probably he had a substantial amount of candy in that book bag. He left every day from school with that book bag empty. He made almost 60 to 70 bucks a day selling
Really?
candy. He made enough to where he bought his first car.
Yeah.
He was just selling candy?
Yeah,
Yes.
dude. I had a kid like that at my school.
Out of his
Except they
book
stopped
bag,
him.
out of his book bag and out of his locker, he would sell candy.
Man, all the kids that ever sold anything in my school was drugs.
Well, I mean, we had kids that sold that too, but
I
but
couldn't buy candy from fucking nobody, but man, I could get you any kind of man. You wanted mushrooms or mescaline? I got
Only
you,
candy you can. Only candy
dude.
you
Joe,
No,
can
for
fucking
me,
say
we
would be
can
so
find
I'm
you some
telling you,
candy.
Joe. I wish I was exaggerating. I wish I was exaggerating, but I'm telling you, I could get any drug you wanted, and it wasn't because I was connected. It's because that was just the town I grew up in.
not for me. It was I was the hall pass kid through like all of middle school. I ran the supply racket.
You ran the supply racket.
Who would
I
ever suspect my nerdy ass to be the kid who do shit like that?
Oh, what do
could.
you mean by what do you
Um,
mean supply racket though?
I would take whole packs of hall passes.
And just give those out to or sell them to
Yeah.
kids so they can just
Yep.
wander about as they
So
wanted
that
to.
they can make up their own.
Ah, gotcha. You were the prescription pad kid.
Hmm.
so
Gotcha.
so what Gabe was doing is his ass was taking the snacks and shit that his mom would buy for him and his sister, shoving them in his book bag, taking them to school and selling them. I'm like, bud, I appreciate the entrepreneurship. Like I whole ass appreciate the entrepreneurship.
Like for real.
And like
Soundboard.
I'm like, dude, unfortunately, the way things are now, you just can't do that anymore. I said, but A for effort. Because his
I mean,
ass got
yeah.
taken to he got caught by a teacher doing it and got sent to the office, and the phone call that we got for that was priceless because I had to mute myself from laughing. And I came back, I was like, run that by me one more time. He's in your office for what? And they told me, and I was like, you've got to be kidding. Like that was the least thing I would have expected to be called for because I've been up there like 3 different times for other shit. But like selling candy, man, just like
I
I
mean,
don't
to be fair, would you rather him be selling candy or selling, I don't know, Adderall?
So, do you know why you
Well,
can't sell candy?
do you want to tell us why?
because I mean,
It's the
entrepreneurship
cafeteria
is
ladies.
entrepreneurship. I'm just saying.
Oh,
Because of the agreement between the people who run the cafeteria ladies in the school, no other food could be sold without express permission from them.
yeah.
It's
I can't tell
fucked.
if I'm the one getting weird or if everyone else is. Ah,
Mhm.
my shit got really weird for a second. Everyone froze. I apologize. I was trying to
But
get a screenshot of Steve's face for the thumbnail. I did not successfully do it.
he
Steve, is that a cat or a doghouse behind you?
this thing
Yeah.
that is a doghouse thing. It's
Dude.
part of a the other two parts are over here. It's a set of steps. This got
Oh,
the doghouse thing in it, or you can take. There's a partition in it. You can take and drop it completely down and use it for storage.
oh, that's cool. Steve's got a cool storage thing in his background of his camera. If anyone audio listeners are wondering.
Yeah,
Which hey, plus side we have audio and video people, so that's cool. Woohoo! Growth and expansion, yay! But
but yeah,
holy shit, yeah, it's just selling candy.
of
I
all the
just
shit.
well, because you've called and told me all the kind of different shit that you get
Oh
called on
god.
when it comes to like
Oh god.
gaming school and stuff. But like when you selling candy just seems so harmless. I don't see
My
why they'd
thing,
be upset
okay,
about it.
we'll go. Well, I'll give you another example. Like that was the candy thing was the most harmless example. I got a phone call from his mother one day saying that he was in the office and he was getting suspended for I think it was 10 days. Yeah, 10 days. You're laughing because you remember this phone call. It was a
Yeah, a
10-day
little bit.
suspension that he got because he got into a fight. First time he's gotten caught getting into a fight, mind you. This kid got into a fight on the bus one time and whooped two kids' asses just because they fucked around and found out. But he didn't get in trouble for that. He got in trouble for the one time that he got caught because the kid backed him into a corner and started hitting him because something was said. Oh, I know what was said. The kid looked at Gabe and said, "Your mom is fat and ugly." My son's smartass turns around and says, "At least I have my mom."
Wait, I'm
So
sorry.
that, yeah,
Wait a minute.
Hold
yeah.
on. Wait a
So
minute.
Jesus.
that prompted a
Kids
shoving
are assholes, man.
that prompted a shoving match, and then this kid back Gabe into a corner and started wailing on him, and so Gabe swung back, and it was a 10-day suspension for a fight. And I had a conversation with the office because apparently the school system nowadays, with as soft as people have become, no longer looks at self-defense anymore.
Yeah, that's the thing they started doing in my school when I was like when I was in high school, middle school, is they basically it didn't matter. It doesn't really care if whoever's swinging is swinging. So y'all both are gonna get. Usually, it would just be both. Both parties would get like smacked with something. Whether it was in school or out of school, whatever they decided to do. Unless it was bad enough, one kid beat a kid's ass so bad they just kicked him out. They're like, you just gonna gank him back. Get the fuck out of here. Leave, please.
It depends on the severity of the consequence, the severity of
Yeah.
the.
Well, what they used to do, so back in uh the mid 70s all the way up until like the late 80s, early 90s, is what they used to do is when they caught two kids fighting in the hallway is they would give them a pair of 16-ounce gloves at the end of the day, march them out into the gymnasium, have everyone else in the school come around, and they would just let these two kids beat the shit out of each other with 16-ounce boxing gloves until for like the last 30 minutes of the school day. And then that was it. Whoever won, that was it.
Hillbilly school did you go to?
I'm telling, but I graduated with 63 people in my high school graduating class.
Jesus.
I think my graduating class was like almost 1,000.
Right.
That's because
my sister's was 780.
We had the biggest graduating class whenever I graduated from the school my high school. We had the biggest graduating class that the school had ever seen, and it was like just shy of 400. And when my sister graduated, they had the biggest graduating class then.
John Chuckles in Laney High School with their bloated fucking population.
Yeah, no doubt.
Their terrible teacher to student ratio.
That shit was ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie, Steve. I'm surprised there were that many people that graduated from your part of the world.
Right? I was too.
It's not me. It's just you. As far as I know, everybody else is hearing me just fine.
I was surprised we had that many graduate.
I had 2 people that didn't show up. They just went missing.
Our
Literally, no one knew what happened.
So our graduating class was the first graduating class that the diplomas were not put in the books.
Oh, you mean those little, like,
We
leather
were
foldable
handed
things?
empty books.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we were handed empty books, and we were told that as you left, you got the diploma to go in it because apparently word got out that we had 3 of our classmates that were going to wear nothing under their gown. And the second they got their diploma, they were just going to yeet that shit and run. So they said that if
Jesus.
anybody tried anything stupid, that they would not be graduating.
So ours, and we're gonna end up having to round it up because we're at it about an hour, so we're just a little over. But yeah, our thing was we dropped marbles right at the very end. We all dropped a pack of marbles down the risers, which was great because it was just a good solid 2.5 minutes of the worst kind of noise you could possibly imagine.
I'll close it with a funny for my graduation. Whenever I walked, it's like once we started getting through all of our shit, my dad told me about this after the fact, and I knew exactly what kid he was talking about whenever it happened. But when they announced the kid's name, apparently the kid's dad was sitting like 2 rows behind my parents, and he stood up and screamed. He screamed out, "It's about fucking time!" I was like, "Oh my god, I know
You know
exactly
what?
what you're talking about."
I feel that. But anyway, well, I appreciate you guys coming and hanging out with us. I appreciate everyone who comes out and listens. Make sure, as always, make sure to try to rate us 5 stars. It helps us out. I don't usually ask for that kind of stuff, but I do now because it actually does help because Spotify actually tracks that kind of shit. Also, comment us. Give us stupid things you did in high school. Tell us stupid things that you guys might have done in high school or stupid shit you might have done. Or are you in high school and planning on doing something stupid? Because if so, we can tell you if it's legal or not.
And make
We can
suggestions
tell
on
you
how to
if we
improve
tried it or
your
not.
plans.
Yes, we can try to make it so you don't get arrested, which always is helpful. I told the story how I sold my high school once. That was kind of fun. Also, tell us how have you crossed that threshold of finding your portal into what is the final stage of a men adulthood? um, because I think that'd be fun. We can share
Ascending seed of
words of
Valhalla?
encouragement. No, the big yitty goth girl. The one that
Oh.
the one that finally tames the wild stallion and makes John settle down.
Hey.
The settle down word is not used yet. You need to be careful there, Scooter.
I don't know. Who knows? Maybe next week we'll find out that John's got some kind of special attachment now. Anyway,
Tune in
On the
week.
next episode.
bye.